And we're live. Welcome everybody to another installment of the RFL podcast. Everyone, I'd like to welcome Kike Velasco here.
3-0.
He's 3-0, he's owner of Team Crush. And hold on a second, we have a little bit of technical difficulties with one of my recorders. Don't save. What we're gonna have for you guys today, I have that there so they can see us instead. What we're going to have for you guys today would be we're going over our league results, the 3-0 teams and what are they doing wrong, along with the 0-3 teams and what they're doing wrong.
This might take a while.
This might take a bit. We're going to call this a clinic podcast. And we also have who has the scariest team, which is could be the next poll question. We have Commissioner's Corner and huge announcement for today. It's not exactly a full sponsorship, but it is indeed a step in the right direction. I want to thank them a lot. I like to give a shout out to onnit.com. Get yourself some natural supplements, some really great foods, all about that natural stuff. Get yourself some of that primal work gear. I myself have the kettlebells. I got one right there. I got 3 different sets. 35-pounder for onnit.com. There you go. See that right there. Get yourself, do some real work. Yes. And I have along with some other crazy workout regimens that I have here. And they also have the great supplements, famous supplements for Shroom Sport. Keeps the body moving, always has me energized. I'm sure you guys played me against on that Wednesday league that we got going on. I
see results.
I'm unstoppable. Everyone knows I have a little bit of bone issues. That's why I take the strong bone, keeping my joints healthy, stronger bones, and they have a full money back guarantee. So, let's say for example, you buy the Shroom Sport, and it's not really what you're looking for. You can pretty much let them know. They'll give you your money back, and they're like, hey, you know what? It's cool, no hard feelings. Keep the shit that we gave you. That's really cool. I mean,
sounds
talk
good.
About full money back guarantee. That's really awesome. So we have a pretty good show for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and start the show. Let's hit the music. Fuck the music. Moving on, let's go ahead and start and welcome once again 3-0 Orange Crush.
Act like you've been here before.
Yeah,
That's what I always tell myself.
Yeah, keeping it humble. Awesome. Well, hey there, welcome you today, and we have plenty to go over. So let's go ahead and start with this week's scores. Let's move you guys over to the following screen. Not that here, that's another roll of rubbish. Alright, what we have here, we're going to start with the Downtown Rebels. They make an empty trip to Jose's house. And they take the hard loss. 44-120, dropping the Rebels to 0-3, putting Jose tied at the division lead for 2-1. Next, just so we don't put too much salt on that wound, we have
moving on,
we have another lopsided divisional matchup, Jesse versus Juggernauts.
Damn.
66-106. Juggernauts coming back. They needed a bounce back win that's putting them over, making them tied for that division lead at 2-1. And good for him, as you can see, Peyton Manning
looking good.
Putting up them points. 30 points consistently, week in and week out.
First round pick, right? Or a franchise?
He's a franchise player, actually, yeah.
Smart move.
Very, very smart move. And let's go ahead and move on to our next challenge that we have here. Have it written now. Moving on, Ryson taking care of business at home, getting the win over Electric Dynamite 2.0. 54-104.
Damn.
Allowing me, yours truly, Ryson, to tie things up again and put myself in the good position, tied for the lead in the Eastern Division at 2-1. Electric Dynamite now back at 1-2. Mind Freak and Little Mac. This was actually our game of the week. Very close game. As you can see, home field advantage does have its advantages, and Little Mac gets the upset win at home over Mind Freak, officially putting a W in that column for Little Mac. Gets his first win at home versus the champ, putting him at 2-1. Mind Freak now tied at the top with myself at 2-1.
After a lot of talking, I'm just glad he finally got a win.
Got that monkey off his back. And
now it doesn't look too bad. You got to win.
At least he's not 0-3.
Yeah.
Here's what they had to say. I actually a quick little text interview between both of them. Peter said, "Home field advantage is too good," and he put a emoji or whatever the fuck they're called, happy face. And that was it for his interview. And Sal, he said, "Yeah, home field is bullshit, and I have no further comments."
Man, a few words.
Man of a few words. And I can't blame him for being so bitter. It was a really close game, 2 points away. Then again, I'd rather lose and tie. I mean, it's not soccer. Am I right, guys?
Correct.
It's not soccer. We gotta fucking move on. Moving on to another game we have here, Rudeness versus Mafia Bay, another division.
Are they all division games?
These are all division games. Yeah, they're all moving on. And Rudeness goes down again. Defeat by Mafia Bay, 77-96, putting the commissioner at RGO and 3, and Mafia Bay at 2-1. There you go, buddy.
So I mean, there's still hope for playoffs.
You're looking a little grim, but hey, don't.
Because I'm not counting. I think the squad's there, so.
His team is looking really attractive. I mean, he has RG3, Jamal Charles, and Fitzgerald. He's clearly missing a tight end. And I don't know, maybe you're probably one good trade away, Rudy, from getting your team up there and over that hump and putting another digit on that winning column, or finally putting it there, I should say. Moving on to Team Nick and Orange Crush.
Not much needs to be said, but we'll say it anyway.
Would you say it's a tough place to visit, coming down your house trying to get the W? Yeah, the game ended 69-119. Team Nick now at 1-2. Orange Crush with the league best of 3-0. Another overhyped game. Those two buttholes right here.
A Jordan jersey on the line.
Jordan. Yeah, we're supposed to have him on the show, but too big of a pussy to come out and actually come on the show. And going back to the overhyped game, Doe bringing it over to Team Bring It, 91-65, getting the win on the road after a big trade for Drew Brees last week. Both players now at 2-1. Speaking of road wins, moving on to our next game, we have Ray coming over to Dodger Danny's house, taking the win, 96-67. Dodger Danny
0-3.
Dodger Danny, along with a lot of other 3-0 teams, need to do some evaluating before it's too late. Which
time's running out, fellas.
Yeah, it's not basketball or baseball season where you have over 100 games to play. It's a 16-week league, and 0-3 is not a good place to be. Which brings me back to Ray. Excuse me. He got a much-needed bounce-back win. He's now at 2-1. Those are the scores, everybody. Let's moving on. Let's go ahead and take a look at this week's game of the week. We have Team Doe versus Orange Crush, and today I have one of those counterparts there, Orange Crush. Tell me, Orange. Mike just came out. He's talking big.
It's time to put him down.
It's time to shut him up. What is it that you need to do in order to come up with another big win over Team Doe this week?
Well, I would first of all would like at least 35 points from my defense. That always helps.
Definitely.
Everything else, and then pretty much my team's pretty consistent. Starting with Calvin Johnson, he's just Megatron for a reason.
No trade.
No, not. I'm good on the trade front for now.
All right.
But yeah, I just want to say, you don't need a big quarterback to win games. I'm winning games. I'm 3-0 with Sam Bradford and EJ Manuel. So, I mean...
Solid.
It's the team that counts.
It's not You're very well-rounded. I saw your team, and you have, 5 wideouts and 5 running backs, and the rest are just kind of like, who the fuck are they?
Pretty much.
I did like your draft and your draft status. I was kind of going for that team of approach, but when I went up, I wanted a number 1 running back.
Yeah.
The best running back available was Cam Newton.
16 league teams. That's what happens.
It's tough. Like I was saying last week, you could look like a fucking genius if you're in a 10-team league.
Yeah.
Again, Michael Fabiano, I'm coming after you, Dick. Call me. You have my number. Tweeted your ass. Next question. And I'm sure many people out there want to know. Your team, the formula, what is it to go 3-0?
I think it starts at the draft. One, never, ever franchise a defense. Ever. I think my defense, I don't know if we have the stats, but I think they're ranked number 1 or number 2. And I picked them up in free agency.
I'm with you there on that.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't even have to draft them if you know how to pick them.
I picked up Tennessee and Buffalo.
Yeah.
The day after, well, you know, that on opening weekend or whatever we were calling it. And they've been pretty solid. I mean, for a defense, what kind of points are you looking at? 17 and up, near 20 points.
Even defenses up and down, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Because offensive NFL, it's just
as they say, it's a quarterback-driven league. There's a lot of points being scored. But if you could find a defense that'll get you 2 picks and maybe a score a game,
you're set.
You're in good shape, and that's what I've been getting, which is really weird. I mean, who would have thought Tennessee? Who would have thought Buffalo? But hey, goes to show sometimes those brand names will kill you. You might want to stay away from San Fran.
Not to pick on Adrian too much, but never get the same players from the same team. 1, on your bye week, it's going to be very, very tough. 2, if the quarterback has a bad game, everybody has a bad game.
I've been there before, and...
Don't do it.
I'm a big fan. Well, not that I'm a big fan, but
2 is okay.
I like getting the skilled players of my favorite team, which is Dallas Cowboys. You can't go wrong with Dez Bryant and DeMarco Murray right now. Blows up against the Rams. I just wish he played against the Rams every week. That's all I'm saying. We should just put a Rams jersey against whoever DeMarco's going up against, which would be San Diego this week.
Hope they win, by the way.
I hope so, too. I fucking hate San Diego. Phillip Rivers is a dick. I need you to find the cure, man. You're 3-0. Few teams out there, including our commissioner, at 0-3. Not him though. He's RG. RG 0-3.
Yeah.
Or RG 3 straight losses. I'm playing, man. I'm playing. What is the problem? Where do we see? Where did they go wrong? I mean, we have Dodger Danny.
Yeah.
Trade.
Could you pull up the roster?
We'll pull up some rosters here for you.
Who do you want to start with?
We'll go ahead and start. Downtown Rebels. You were on his. Well, actually, we kind of went through this already. Let's go down to Dodger Danny because he also had a big trade. And
I think it starts at the trade. I mean, if you're gonna let go of McFadden for players, I hope you keep those players.
That's the thing. Okay,
do you remember the exact trade?
It was McFadden
for Brian Hartline.
Hartline and Nate Washington, which, by the way, both of them blew up this week. Yeah,
and I hope one of them's on the roster. No, none.
He doesn't have any of them. You take a look. There's nothing there.
Who did you drop him for? Eddie Royal.
He picked up Eddie Royal, and I think
that might be one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make. Prisoner of the moment.
Yeah, no joke. Which is why our controversial trade, supposedly, quote unquote, was very frowned upon.
One-sided,
by the rest of the league.
Yes.
I mean, we did the trade, you and I, on Friday. Agreed, Thursday was already over. I couldn't start him, but still, I needed a wideout. You needed a tight end. That's how I saw the trade. People are actually giving us beef now because of the 2 touchdowns. So.
Yeah, of course, when he blew up and the other guy didn't get a touchdown, it's going to look a little bad.
Yeah, it's going to look a little one-sided.
He was my 4th receiver. The reason I get so many skill players is hopefully when one of my sides is lacking, I can trade one of those guys for something I need. That's pretty much why I do it.
On that. You're there, bro. I think you get it. You totally get the trade. And I'm just glad. Well, I came out happy. Just hope you did too. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
We'll see. Like, this is not going to be decided next week.
Oh, of course. No, the way I'm saying is that, for example, your tight end got you what?
0.
Okay. Say
the week before, 1 or 2.
Say the week before I gave you Kyle Rudolph, red zone target. He got a touchdown and like 40 yards. It's 10 points. That's 10 points you weren't getting.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go back to the issue at hand. Dodger Danny trades 2 players, gets 2 players, gives away McFadden, which I don't blame him at the point that he did it. Yes?
A comment from the trade. I got a great trade. The first great trade comment from Robin.
Oh.
First person to agree with the trade.
She knows what she's talking about.
Nick says hi, too.
Nick says, Robin, Nick, hi. Appreciate the good feedback. Guys, keep them coming. Going back, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Looking at Danny's roster.
I think the problem starts at running back.
Looking at his
first
roster,
pick,
though,
Doug Martin's not panning out.
He's not panning out, but he's, as far as running back goes, he's getting the points.
Consistent.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, we had 3 weeks, 34 points. He's getting roughly 11 to 12 points a game. Eddie Lacy.
Injured,
yes.
But rookie, those are tough to draft. And if you're going to draft them, don't expect them.
The only beef with that is that he did draft him high. I think it was like a 2nd round pick.
I'm sure he did.
I think it was. I'm not exactly sure. Thing is, I could see why he gave away McFadden, because he does have the running backs to back that kind of production up. Unfortunately, he did suffer, that injury with Eddie Lacy, which might be coming back this week. Don't know, but would he get a concussion? Right?
Think so.
Well, anyway. And, I mean, we could all see that Eddie Royal, I agree, he's been blowing up for the first 2 weeks.
I doubt he'll keep that up.
Yeah, it's really hard to keep up that kind of production. I mean, let's just say if he had a concussion. Thanks, Rudy.
Back week 5. Expected back week 5.
Well, it's going to be tough few weeks for Dodger Danny. I mean, it's going to be really difficult to, replace that kind of production, because he was getting a bunch of the carries, if not all.
Looks like his tight end situation is just as bad as mine.
Yeah, I might actually see if I can offer him a trade. I might get Doug Martin off of him since he's giving players away. I mean, but let's look at all of his other players. I mean, Carolina, they've been playing big. They shut out the Giants last week. His kickers, Dan Bailey, you can't be more consistent than Dan Bailey.
Looks good.
You missed a field goal last week, though. I would say he probably should have kept at least one of the 2 people that he picked up for McFadden. He would have been in a lot better shape.
Yeah.
And
I just don't like the roster top to bottom.
It is a little rough. There's a lot of young talent here.
Yeah.
That is kind of my issue with this. It's not real solidified talent.
But I'm just saying, if I see this roster, I'm not scared.
You're not scared?
Not even a little.
I'm not.
Not even on an off week.
Not even on your best player bye week?
Yeah.
Hey, I can't disagree with you there, man. I'm not exactly too scared of Dodger Danny.
All right, who was the other one?
Roster. Let's move back over to. Let's see who we got here. At 0-3. Well, I mean, if we want, we could go over Downtown Rebels and really point out what his major problems are. Which, again, oh shit, what the fuck did I do? As you can see, I'm actually expecting a few trades. I meant to press roster. Alright. Going back.
Where should we start?
Going back to before the draft week and deciding to franchise a player. I interviewed him about it. His message made sense. He says, I'm looking to start fresh. I don't know who to pick. And I did, however, point out that he had Matt Ryan.
Which is doing pretty good, right?
I mean, as far
Matt
as
Ryan
consistency,
numbers.
he's going to get 2 to 3 touchdowns.
They're going to score.
They're going to score.
Yeah.
Without question. He had Matt Ryan. I believe he had Roddy White. I could be wrong. I know for a fact he had Steven Jackson. Because he had like the whole Atlanta. He had the whole Atlanta team, right?
I'm seeing a picture here.
Yeah. So as you can see, we have the same trend going on. We have Kaepernick.
Looks like a Niner and Raider.
Clearly, he must be from the Bay Area. I'm just saying. Bay Area. He might have the best kicker in the league. Maybe.
Just hope they don't have the same bye week.
All I see is a bunch of 9-7, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7, 9-7.
I hope I'm playing him week 9. It could get ugly.
We got Dodger Downtown Rebel on the line, and he says he never had Jackson, he had Turner.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I would have kept Matt Ryan.
And Jasmine says hi.
Jasmine, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Downtown Rebels, we might get ripped on a lot today, but you kind of deserve it. I don't know. How is it that you pick up a lot of the same...
I like Kaepernick better than my quarterbacks.
But when you have Terrell Pryor and he's actually doing better than your...
Oh, I didn't even see
What does that say? What does that say? Oh, first of all, here's me on that kind of scheme. Personally, option quarterbacks, trendy as fuck right now. But we all know that trend's going to end. We could look back at the Wildcat with the Miami Dolphins a few years back when they beat New England by a lot. Because it came as a surprise. But that trend is, people are catching up. Running the pistol, it's no longer really that much of a deal. Defense know how to defend against it.
Terrell Pryor, I think, got injured with a concussion last night.
Late in the game. So, lucky for him.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, he might have to start calling Kaepernick again this coming week. But, again, I can see the trend and why people are big on those. Because, I have Cam Newton, but they tend to run a little bit different of an offense. They've been running that same offense for quite some time. And
it's just me, or that's a lot of receivers.
He has a lot of receivers, mostly from Oakland. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
If he's on the line, I would sure love for him to explain that part, because I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Maybe he's just hoping one of them will blow up,
and
when they do, he already has them.
Why not just kind of stick with the best one?
Which was,
right?
Jacoby Ford 2 points.
For the sake of, I'm trying not to repeat myself that much, but this is a 16-team league. Finding diamond in the rough is incredibly hard and but this is beyond reach. You're looking for something that's not there. That's really what it comes down to. I think also Vernon Davis got injured. He might be out for a few weeks. Kyle Williams, I don't even know who he is. He might be like
third string
on a depth chart.
That's what people injured.
Yeah. And some of these players might not get... look, I see one solid starter here. Denarius Moore, he's
starter.
He's getting his touches, so...
But again, a Raider player, you can't trust him.
That's all I'm
gonna say.
That takes me back to McFadden. I'm pretty sure Sal's beating himself up at this point.
Yeah.
Daryl Richardson. Okay, I had him on my list, which I
think
wanted.
he's okay.
No joke.
I think Mark Ingram is...
one,
it's a crowded backfield. 2,
yes. I was about to say
stay away from that.
I was going to say, there's nothing... It's like picking up... Even though Felix Jones from Pittsburgh is playing fairly well, I see him move around. He's looking shifty again. But I wouldn't pick him because there's 3 to 4 running backs there. And you don't want to...
Yeah.
You wouldn't touch that. So, honestly, here's a tip.
Just try to find starters.
Downtown Rebels, here's a little tip, man. You clearly have a little bit of star power. You're 0-3. You might want to consider trading one of your big names and fulfilling some of those spots that you need. You clearly need another running back. You're pretty solid at tight end. Vernon Davis, no one's gonna hate on you for that. Kicker, you have roughly the biggest leg in the league. It's probably the only Raider player worth drafting. And
I still think Pryor was a good pickup. He's getting points.
Diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
That's probably the only one he has there. But For
Like,
you,
I don't know if you could put up how much points my quarterbacks are getting. I don't know.
If we could, I don't know how to do it.
Oh, okay.
How many? What?
How to compare?
Can't you just open a new window, split it?
I guess
I
so.
could tell you how much your quarterback.
Okay. So I'm curious to know.
Sam Bradford has scored 70 points.
Oh, I think I had like a compare to right here, right? There you go. All right, here we go. Bradford. Bradford on the left. Oh, I'm sorry. Terrell Pryor and Bradford underneath. 21, 23, 10, 32, 20, 15. All I'm saying,
I think they're right there. Because I wouldn't really count that 32.
Oh,
They were in the... That's just not going to happen.
that was garbage time.
Yeah.
I'm saying, wouldn't you trade for him? I mean, I don't know if we have anything to give, but if for your sake, you probably want something more consistent at quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you might want to consider sending him a, maybe a trade. You're clearly looking for a running back, and you have like 8 of them.
I clearly have them. So.
Yeah, you clearly have him, so offer him a trade. I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what the show's about. Trying to make everyone. Has he said anything?
No.
Yeah, he's awfully quiet, so I don't know. Maybe he went to sleep. Maybe that's why he loses every week. Doesn't listen to our show.
And then Rudy, right?
Yeah, let's
That's
go
the next
back to Rudy here. It's,
in the division.
In your own division. Let's see if we could give Rudeness some words of wisdom. I like your team, dude. Except for RG3.
It just always doesn't pan out.
Except for RG3, just because I'm a Cowboy fan.
What was that?
I don't know. We were talking about the Raiders a lot right now, so it just slipped my mouth.
Looks good.
Oh, Alex just commented something. Anyway, I'm looking at your team, Rudy.
I like it.
I like what I see. I would actually be scared of playing you. I look at RG3. Yeah. I'm looking at Jamal Charles. I'm looking at Fitzgerald. You have a stud in every position. You could probably use a little help in tight end.
I need a lot of help.
We all could.
Well, but that's true. I looked at everybody's tight end, and there's only 1 or 2 teams right now that are the tight ends are.
Rick, who's hogging them up.
Yeah,
they're cashing at tight ends, right? And well, you might want to offer Jose. He has Antonio Gates, and he has some motherfucker that's blowing up too. Rick is hogging all the tight ends.
Yeah, he is.
So you might want to offer him a trade. I don't know. I think Rick. Who does Rick has as wideouts?
I think he was short on running backs. So there you go. Hey, you might want to offer him. I don't know, dude. Because he can't really give up. His
Jamal
team's
Charles.
pretty good.
Yeah, his team's pretty solid, but it's probably because of those tight ends. So I don't know, Rudy. I look at your team and I'm just guessing you have bad luck, bro.
I would say.
I would say you're probably playing.
Because as soon as Amendola comes back, he's gonna.
I could have beat 6 teams this past week with the score I scored.
Wow, just saying. He's saying.
Our division's coming up.
Yeah. The points.
As long as I'm not one of those 6 teams, bro. That's all I care about.
Scored less than 77.
Nah, 109 or something like that. So that's our 3-0 teams.
I got a couple of comments. Can we go to the chat room real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. What you got?
I got first Team Bring It didn't bring it to the show, but he says that there's 4 podcast sponsored by Ford Built Tough.
Wait, is that?
I don't know if that's official yet.
Whoa,
I
don't know. I didn't get the email, and I don't know if he's just trying to market campaign here. So,
but
they're not an official sponsor.
More importantly,
my opinion, Ford kind of sucks.
Mafia Obey chimed in here and he said he wasn't afraid of your team. Well, he said I wasn't afraid of his team. I don't know if he's referring to my team because we played this week or your team because you guys played last week or the week before.
Yeah, I only won by like 4, but W's a W, right? 3-0.
He's saying that I'm 0-3, so he might have been talking about my team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he's talking about you. What else we got over there in the comment section?
That's all we got right now so far.
All right, man. Speaking of being scared, who is your main competitor here? I mean, who are the ones that... Do you know who you have the rest of the league, or are you just taking it one day at a time?
No, I'm always looking at the playoffs. I'm thinking playoffs.
Correction. He's not afraid of my team, which means he is afraid of your team.
Nice.
All right, Obey, we get you. Scared of. You might not be scared of Rudy, but you're scared of Giga. Got it. He's point wise. The who would he? All right, who on the foreseeable future, even this upcoming week, playing against Team Doe. Who are you scared of, or who are the teams that are kind of like I can't wait to play them?
I can tell you who I'm not scared of. That is Team Bring It. I hate his draft strategies. I hate everything his team stands for. I just don't like the guy. That's one person I can't wait to play.
So you're clearly not sponsored by Ford?
Clearly not. I just I don't like. I actually don't know how he has 2 championships. I'm just gonna say it right now.
I have my own questions myself about that.
I don't know. It seems like he doesn't do his homework. He just goes there and picks the biggest name on the board. That's what I see.
Yeah, that.
So every time I get to beat him, feels good.
It feels good?
Yeah.
All right. Big words. Anybody else on that list?
Ray, I think he's pretty good.
Ray does have a solid team.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with
I think
AP.
he knows how to draft. He knows how to pick them.
That's true.
Yeah. Same thing with Rick. I think
he's another.
He's gonna make some noise.
He's making noise. I mean, he's 2-1. It's kind of funny because he lost to Jose, which are both 2 top things, and it kind of reminds me of Sal and myself, also 2-1.
Yeah.
Fighting for.
But I'm not really scared of Mind Freak.
No, he got McFadden. I'm not scared of him either.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I was gonna say Big Ben is looking really. What the fuck happened? Okay, that'll be part 1. Hold on a second, guys. I don't know what the fuck happened here.
Can I quote you on those comments?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he ain't scared, dude.
I got Mafia Bay. He says, I love you, Rudy, and then he says, nah, Kike just got lucky.
I like this responsiveness that we're having today.
He said that on the podcast. I saw that part.
He's very respectful. I didn't see that coming. I was thinking like, suck my dick and blah, 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 and your team's an asshole or whatever.
You're frozen.
Oh, yeah, I know. Because we have a lot of CPU usage. Try closing other apps. Hold on. It's because I think I might have paused or moved the recording.
And we're back.
And alright, as far as YouTube purposes, we are back. And alright, as far as YouTube purposes, we are back. And yeah, CPU is above.
But he loves you too, Kike. But he got you next time.
He's showing a lot of love out here.
I'm starting to think he's probably drunk.
Yeah.
No other teams on that. I'm always looking forward to playing everybody. To me, everyone's a competitor. I'm here to beat everyone. I've said this before, and I hate losing. So fuck everybody. Right
and
now.
At the end of the day, it is fantasy football. Even the weak teams, just like in real football, can sometimes beat the better teams.
That's true.
It's just how it happens.
Good weeks and bad weeks. That's definitely true. That happened for any football teams this week? No, right? I don't think so either. And Cleveland beat Minnesota.
Yeah.
There's a great example there.
With like a second or third string.
Yeah, with the second, third string quarterback.
After they traded their big running back.
Oh, yeah?
Franchise player gone, they get a win. Something to say there. Who is the scariest team, guys? Like, who are you looking at right now and they're like, holy shit, he's scoring a lot of points every week?
RFL?
RFL-wise.
Denver Broncos. Oh.
RFL-wise.
RFL.
I'm not scared of Denver. We got him next week. And I don't know why, but Peyton can't seem to win in Dallas.
I don't know why or how or when, but Jose...
Right?
Yeah, he's the... Yeah.
He got 2 championships.
Which we don't know how... Okay, I might have helped him on the draft. And I might have helped him this year. But look at his fucking team. He's stacked.
He is...
Can you pull it up, please? I just want to see it.
His team is fucking stacked. Let's take a look.
The 3-0 team has a total of 319 points for this season. Jose, who is 2-1, has 319 points.
Wait, so we have the same?
We have the same amount.
Well
of
matched.
points.
How the fuck? How come I can't bring up that team? There we go. Oh, we're going above that CPU usage again. I do have a lot of shit going on here, don't I? You want to look at his roster? Is that what you want to look at? Alright. Yeah. I don't know how he... Well, I know how he did it because I was there.
Yeah.
And I sometimes kind of kick myself in the ass for it because I'm kind of like, fuck, what if I pick that player? He's having monster weeks.
Look at
man.
this.
Okay, look. All right, he franchised Romo. He didn't pick up Rivers till like who knows when. Marshawn Lynch, okay, 40 points. We kind of saw that coming, even though he had a down week last week. No Sean Moreno. Kind of told him he's gonna be a sleeper. Wait, hold on.
He actually might be on the downhill though, because they're running back by committee.
By committee, yeah, but he is getting most of the.
Yeah,
touches.
yeah.
Which brings me back to Michael Fabiano. He was big on the rookie. No Sean Moreno's nowhere to be looked at. Look at me now, Dick. Outpicked you. What's up? Give me a call. Anyway, go on. Yes, Rudy.
I got a trade proposal on the
Oh, let's hear it.
The chat wire here.
Oh, it's someone.
It's for you actually, our in studio guest. I got.
If it's for Pryor, I don't want him.
Like,
Sorry, he's a Raider.
It is,
never mind.
Rod Streeter, 8th round pick for your Wilson. Or Kellen Wilson.
Wait,
Kellen
Wilson
Winslow?
or William? Yeah.
Kellen Winslow?
D'Angelo Williams?
William, sorry.
D'Angelo Williams for who?
D'Angelo Williams for Rod Stricker, wide receiver of Oakland Raiders, and the 8th pick.
You might want to text me. Let her know where you're at.
Sorry, I don't like Raider players.
Hey, you heard it
Sorry.
here first. Hey, you should have her tune in so she knows where you're at.
Yeah.
Like, come on live stream, man. I'm on live.
I can't really let that one go because he was technically my starter last week.
He was.
Yeah. And I don't even know who the receiver is. And 2, I'm not looking for next year's draft. I'm here to win it. So.
I feel you. You want to play us for today. There's not really anything to take on for tomorrow, which is it's a great way to look at it. So a lot of people are already rebuilding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Going back, monster fucking line right here. He has Michael Turner, which I agree doesn't have a team, but
Could stay that way.
is the question mark yet? Or
You know what? Actually, I don't think his team looks that good. I'm gonna be honest.
122 points.
You can quote me on that one because you know what I see? I see the defense.
You see the defense? You don't see Julio Jones.
I see Julio, but that's about it.
You don't.
You can't trust any Giants player right now.
Oh,
They're on.
You don't see Marshawn Lynch.
I see him, but I don't see Moreno.
You don't see the consistent play of Tony Romo and Phillip Rivers, whichever one's playing.
Let me just put it this way.
I just don't see it.
His 120 points this week beats your 119 points.
Yeah, I just don't see it though. You can quote me. We'll see in 5 weeks. He might still beat the weaker opponents. I just don't see him making a lot of noise in the playoffs.
He beat Rick. He gave Rick his only loss.
It's
You
okay.
do know that, right?
I just don't love this team.
The way that I see this team, and this is all honesty.
I like the defense. I like the tight ends.
Well, here's the thing. Defense, solid.
Yeah.
Kickers.
And he has a star in each running back.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Defense, solid. Kicker, I mean, fuck, who cares? Kicker, right? But overall, it's looking solid. Tight end, solid. Receiver, he has Julio Jones.
Yeah.
And not only that, Josh Gordon did blow up last week. Solid.
He's from Cleveland. You can't expect that.
Yeah,
week in,
but
week out.
they just got rid of their premier running back, and they are going to be throwing the ball like no other.
No, I'm saying it's a good team. It just doesn't scare me as much.
It
as
scares
other
me a little,
teams.
just because Julio Jones solid. You know he's going to get you 15 or 20 points a week. Josh Gordon blew up. He's the only real receiver there. No Sean Moreno, okay, not as scary, but he is going to get his touches. Marshawn Lynch, you know he's going to get his touches, especially against the tougher teams. And then we have Phillip Rivers and Tony Romo. I'm going to go with solid on those, and only for this.
But who's he starting? Romo, right?
I think he's starting. Yeah, he's definitely starting Romo.
But Rivers is getting
No, but think about it. 61 points, 3 weeks. That's 20 points a week. From a quarterback. How many did your quarterback get you last week?
Enough to win the game.
I'm just saying. You look stacked on every position, maybe for the weakness of quarterback and tight end.
Yeah.
He has those spots that you don't.
Yeah, true.
You're not scared of this team.
But I think I'm stronger at running back and at receiver.
You might have the bigger names. I mean, Calvin. But then again, I see Julio Jones, and I'm kind of like, oh shit, Julio Jones is gonna throw up another 20 points on me. I would watch his games. Is what I'm saying. I mean, and then again, you have Tony Romo, Phillip Rivers, whoever he starts, you know, he's either one, gonna throw 2 to 3 picks, or 2, he could throw those 2 to 3 picks and still kill you with like 5 touchdowns, and he might even run for 1.
We'll see.
I'm just saying, I think he's a force to reckon with this year.
He's back to his winning ways.
Yeah, I think he was maybe slightly sober for some of it.
Who did he lose to?
He lost
to
Jesse his first game. But then, well, I don't want to put up excuses, but he did leave a lot of points on the bench.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of goes the same for me. I left a lot of points on the bench.
And Jesse's team looked pretty solid the first 2 weeks.
The first 2 weeks. So, there we have that. Let's see, do we have any more questions here? Or do we have any more questions on chat? Anybody? Any questions about anything? Anybody there?
We got another trade from Downtown Rebels for Ryson, willing to trade Giovanni or Jackson.
For who?
He does not say. He's just you're willing.
He's trying to take my future away from me. For who?
He's not.
Hey, no. Let me know honestly, like for who. And I don't turn down all trades. I honestly consider all of them. I haven't shied away from, unless you're acting fucking stupid. Like Peter, he wants to Marco Murray and he wants to give me scraps. Come the fuck on, Peter.
I got a question for our in-studio guest.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
So you're a fan of Team Ryson. You're wearing his gear. You were seen wearing his gear. I mean,
on draft day?
No, it was a week ago.
Fight night.
Oh, okay.
Came over, watch the fight you were wearing.
Do you want me to explain the story behind that?
That's what we're here for.
We're here.
Oh, okay.
Last week it made
wanna...
news on the show. You wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
TMZ had a picture of you. You wearing?
If you want to clear the air, now
Ryson gear.
Well, funny story. I did my laundry. It was wet, and I forgot. I was drying it actually, but my parents were rushing me. It's time to go. I didn't want to take my own car. I didn't want to stick around to let it dry. Found the cleanest shirt I have.
Laundry day.
It happened to be a nice Spider-Man shirt.
It's Venom, actually.
Yeah. And
laundry day.
That's pretty much what happened.
I blame my shit on laundry day too. I wear the same underwear for a week because I don't have any underwear.
Next question, please.
Any other? Do we have any other questions from people out there for our 3-0 guest? I mean, you guys do have a little thing to learn. I mean, he's 3-0. Most of you guys that are watching are 0-3.
I just want to say, so far my predictions are coming true. Before on draft day, I predicted the Broncos to win the Super Bowl.
It's only week 3, guy.
It's looking pretty good. We look like the scariest team in the NFL. And I'm 3-0. I have another league, 3-0. So I'm feeling good right now.
You're giving Michael Fabiano a run for his money?
Yeah.
Let's call him Michael Fabiano. Hey, man, give me a call. You suck.
Do you listen to Michael Fabiano?
Sometimes.
Oh.
But he always talks with things where, like, we already did.
Yeah.
Like, for example, who was it? Oh, before the whole Willis McGahee thing and alright, as soon as I fucking read on Twitter, I already picked up McGahee, and then 2 days later, Fabiano's like, he might get some touches. I'm like, Dick, I know. I already picked him up. I could have told you that. Quit pointing out the obvious, Fabiano. Quit it. Give me some real shit that I'm gonna use later.
Problem is, everyone hears the same shit.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, give us something that we could actually use. You're fucking Hall of Fame fantasy guy.
I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Honestly, I think my team would beat his team on NFL.com.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Calling you out. Give me a call.
Smith or Giovanni or Jackson?
Who's Smith?
Torrey Smith, Baltimore wide receiver.
He's retarded. No, hey, no, dude. What are you trying? Who do you think I am, Danny?
We're kind of saying that your team doesn't have many pieces. You might have to throw in draft picks. That's kind of where he's at, right?
He might have to give up a bigger name to get some. Cause look,
bigger name for 2 solid.
Let's look at what he's trying to give me and take this as a learning experience. He's trying to give me a whiteout, right? I have that. I fucking have Des Bryant.
But that's it, right?
Well, I mean, I have other names that are getting catches. I have Antonio Brown, which blew up last week. I didn't start him, but you best believe I'm gonna start him this week. I mean, he cried.
Just blew up.
He cried for the ball. He got the ball, so I'm gonna start him. So I would suggest you're probably barking up the wrong tree as far as today.
Keep trying though.
No. And this is all honesty. You're offering me players where I don't have the need for. You might want to go offer someone that needs a player. For example, I'm gonna need a tight end soon, or I'm gonna need a quarterback for the bye week. Maybe. Offer me a fucking quarterback. I don't care if it's Pryor. I'll look at Pryor and I'll offer you what I think. I'll probably give you Kendall Thompson that I just got this week.
Good pickup, I might add. Kid blew up last week.
Kid blew up last week. Too bad I couldn't play him.
Yeah.
But hey, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. Don't offer me for something that I don't need or that I already have. It doesn't make any sense. You know, Rudy needs a tight end. Offer him a fucking tight end. Did Danny? What's his face? Is he a tight end too?
Who? Almost everyone needs a tight end.
I think he needed a tight end anyway. I don't know. Offer someone something that they don't need. You're not gonna sell me on Torrey Smith. That's all I'm saying. Do we have any other comments?
Robin likes the laundry story. She thinks it's funny.
True story, I might add.
I'm calling BS on it.
TMC got a good shot at
Yeah.
2 good shots.
Another thing I want to post up as a comment. I remember I was working. Was it 10 p.m. Labor Day? The day for free agent pickups?
Yeah, I was in San Diego that day too.
The first pickup I wanted to do was Julius Thomas, the breakout player for Broncos tight end.
Right.
And Rick snatched him, and I just can't let it go. I need to post up, what do you want for him? Like, just let me know. I just want him.
There you go. Hey, Rick.
I know you're not listening, but
yeah. You might. No, I don't think he's listening. He's probably listening. We're fucking
We
worldwide.
13 watches. Mafia Bay has a trade offer
For me?
for you.
shit's
Antonio
getting
Brown.
real.
Who?
Antonio Brown.
For?
That's a question mark. Question mark.
Pull up his roster.
All right, let's take a look here at your roster, buddy. Who would? Oh, nah. I'm not trading Antonio Brown for that Zach Miller. There's no way. Zach Miller only had 1 good week, and you know it. Dwayne Bowe or nothing, son. What do you think? Who else?
Actually, I would do that. If that's a second tight end, I would get Dwayne Bowe.
I offered him. He rejected. I saw it on screen. Dwayne Bowe.
He's a name that could blow up.
He's the number.
And he's good.
He's the number 1 wideout. He's a deep threat. He's a big guy. He's just. The way I see it, Dwayne Bowe, he might be a future sleeper only because
Alex
Smith. They're not going to be leading every game. They've been winning their games because they're on top. They're blowing people up because the defense holds them back.
Eventually, they're going to have to play Denver and play catch-up.
All right, Denver, for example, let's look at their game against the Cowboys. The only 1 good game that Dwayne Bowe had. KC fell behind. What they had to do, they had to throw the ball. Dwayne Bowe got 16 points. That's all I'm saying. It's there. The potential for Dwayne Bowe is there. The thing is that KC keeps playing with the lead. If they start falling behind, that's when obviously his fantasy value hurts. And that's my take on that. I'm pretty sure Michael Fabiano would tell you something else. It's probably a guy to drop, which in my opinion is not entirely the case. They're just playing ahead. Makes sense. They got anything else over there?
You just covered it. He came back saying Dwayne Bowe hasn't done anything.
I'm telling you, man. That's the reason why.
potential.
The potential is really there, and if we look at the trade, it's more of an even trade. I'm not going to give you Antonio Brown. He's averaging way more points than your offered tight end. And really, I'm just looking for that tight end for the bye week. That's all I want him for. Oh, yeah, and potential trade over to Rudy. I pick up players.
We're wheeling and dealing.
I pick up players to give them away. That's what I do. Eventually, at some point, I try to get the player I want. And right now, what's his fucking name? Zach Miller, right? I mean, he blew up last week. Then again, they were playing the Jaguars.
Tight ends are up and down if they're not big names.
Oh, definitely. Martellus Bennett, he had 2 great weeks. He kind of.
What did he get?
He got like 4 points.
He's gonna think about it. He says.
Why bother sleeping on it, man? It's the best offer you're gonna get.
Can you pull up his roster? I feel like making a trade or something.
Oh shit, that's not the roster we want to take a look at. And I apologize for the lag, everybody. I know it's lagging here and there, but we don't really have a sponsor. We have an almost sponsor. So once shit...
I heard Ford wants to get in this.
Yeah, fuck Ford. Once we get an actual sponsor or the people that actually have interest in our podcast start taking more of an interest and we might have better connections sooner rather than later. But the direction of the podcast, I really like the way it's going.
3 tight ends.
He has 3 tight ends. He has Jason Witten. Okay.
That's that new rookie.
That's the new rookie.
Supposed to make some noise.
But then again, they have Jermaine Gresham, right? It's kind of hard to split. It's kind of that same problem that Martellus Bennett had when he was with the Cowboys.
Actually, this team looks like it's going downhill pretty fast. Is it just me?
He has, no joke, Vincent Brown. He's gonna be out for some time.
I thought he was injured.
Jerome Simpson.
He's in Minnesota.
That's a joke.
No, sir.
Sidney Rice he only had 1 good week. Well, since he came back. Victor Cruz.
He's on the Giants.
He's in the Giants.
Brandon Jacobs. Just let him go right now.
Yeah. Just let him go. Just try to pick something up.
I like that pickup. Bell from Detroit.
Yeah, you picked him up last week, I think.
Good move.
Or 2 weeks ago. I can't believe he was still available. The guy that has when's Reggie Bush coming back? Anybody know? I mean, Ivan does have a pretty solid team. He could clearly use Dwayne Bowe. Give me Zach Miller so I could trade him off to someone that needs him. And
quit hogging him, man.
Yeah, quit hogging all the tight ends, dude.
It's all the people hogging tight ends. Come on, man.
He's expected to play week 4 according to Fantasy Shark.
Oh yeah. Well, it was good while it lasted for this guy.
Good try, Ivan. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Hey, you know what I see with Ivan though? There's a lot of week 9. Giants.
Can you pull up my roster? Because, honestly, you guys might laugh. I never even looked at the bye schedule. So,
let's take a look.
It could be really ugly or okay. I forget about the bye.
When I'm drafting, I kind of forget about it too. Then that's why I end up dropping players that, when that free agency opens.
Yeah.
I
think it looks okay, right?
You have a very diverse one.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, see if I get, what's his face? Who do you want from him? I'll give you no tight end, dude. Clearly.
I'm good.
You're going to be okay with Kyle Rudolph?
I heard he's going to blow up real soon.
Well, I mean, clearly they're filling the box for Adrian Peterson, so he's not going to be able to run it in all the time. So they should start tossing the ball in the red zone. Looking at your team.
I like my receivers.
That's a bust.
He scored a touchdown last week.
Garbage time.
Just want to say Maurice Jones-Drew is on the market. I'll take the best offer.
Anything we'll do at this point, or what exactly are you looking for?
Anything's fine.
That just about does what we got going on here. Commissioner's Corner is coming up next, and he's gonna be more than happy to take a few more questions after Commissioner's Corner. And I'd like to thank our third week guest.
We're going all the way.
3-0. Orange Crush, thanks for coming. Thank you for your time. The league appreciates it. We're now going to take it over to Commissioner's Corner.
Mike, I'm coming. Alex, I'm coming. Everyone else, I'm coming.
You feel free to call me out by name, too.
It's okay.
All right.
We're good.
I hear you.
Quick Commissioner's Corner this week. First of all, let me just say that ninth season, right? We're ninth season? Ninth season, week 3, 115 games in the books. Just wanted to bring up the league leaders, and Mind Freak still leads with 73 wins, 42 losses, 635 win percentage, and Team Bring It leads the points, 11,098 points.
Whoa.
So that's 9 seasons, 115 games.
Hey, where am I at as far as that goes?
You are...
Because I'm very pedestrian when it comes down to that.
In points, you're in third place with 10,376.
I have a long way to go.
And you are at a 5.557 percentage.
Oh, yeah. I know I have a winning record. Yeah. Thanks, man.
This week's Commissioner's Corner is just a very brief review on certain rules dealing with trades and free agency moves, waiver moves. Just want to remind everybody, on Thursday, kickoff is when the lineups are submitted. You are able to submit lineups after Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If your player has not played, you're able to trade or to drop and pick up players. You cannot drop a player that has already played or is currently playing. That would not. That player is locked. You will not get that trade until
That
after.
should kind of go without saying.
season.
I mean,
It's been the rule for 9 years, and
it's the rule.
I've had a complaint this weekend. I had a complaint about trades. Trades are approved based on the day that they're submitted. They're not approved on what the player's going to do 3 weeks, 4 weeks from now. So if a player may break out in 4 weeks, if you think a player's going to break out in 4 weeks and I accept a trade, I'm accepting it based on what they're doing right now. So I just wanted to bring those points up. I've been getting a lot of texts and comments. I mean, the two parties involved with the trades are happy. I don't know what the problem is, but there's people with issues there.
Oh, well. It is what it is.
That is basically all I have for the Commissioner's Corner. Any questions, concerns, comments?
Do we have any more comments on the league chat?
No. Just looks like Rudy and
Ivan and I are kind of talking about trades. We're still reviewing points and players.
I was going to say, why are you taking that tight end I wanted to give you?
If I could go direct to the source, why am I gonna go to the retail?
I'm just saying, I can offer you a tight end that I might get. All right, that sums up this week's show. We kept it under an hour by a minute. Unless you guys want to ramble on for another minute. We're good? All right, guys. Today's show is sponsored by the letter W. Congratulations to those of you who got it. And if you didn't...
How does that W look like?
It could be like this.
Oh, okay.
Or it could be like that. Be like this. Hey, yeah. Letters sponsored by the letter W. Here in East LA, it's like this. Don't shoot me. So that wraps up. Sponsored by the letter W. Have yourselves a great week. Everyone, good luck. And do you want to tell anyone to suck it?
Team Doe? It should be
rather
scared.
Alex.
Oh, yeah. Michael Fabiano. Suck it. Come play in our league, bro. Why you being a bitch?
We need to get that matchup. Team Bring It, Orange Crush
Is it
program. They do play.
They do play? You mind coming in for another show?
I'll be here.
I'm going to have to see the schedule, though, because if people bump out, I'll get you back in. Thanks for coming. He was a last-minute fill-in if I might throw that in there. We're supposed to have Team Doe and what's that other?
Team Bring
It,
It,
yeah. Which clearly they're being girls like, oh, you have to work. I'm like, what kind of man works at night? Get the fuck out and come over and do my fucking podcast, dude. Quit being a girl about it.
What are you doing?
What are you doing with your life? Come work. Do some real thing for, for production value. Anyway, thank you guys. Good show. Good luck, everybody. We are out. Later.